Hello, everybody. It is the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Don't be a doofus. Got to give a shout out to Bob Smith, okay? A little bit of background about this episode. Before I forget, please subscribe, like, and share. A little background. Daren Harris is back with me. Daren and I are Facebook friends. He wanted to come on the show. We had him on the show. We did what I thought was an incredible episode. People were commenting and we touched on the fact that Daren may be joining the NFAC, and Grandmaster Jay through a third party let me know anyway that he wanted the video taken down, and with the tensions and potential for problems in Louisville, I wasn't going to argue about that. Then I found out that Daren was rejected in the NFAC because of that video, and I went on live that night and said, he shouldn't be blamed for anything. That there wasn't anything said, but Grandmaster Jay has made it clear that he's the only one that speaks for the NFAC. So that's kind of setting up where we're at. Daren went to Louisville anyway. He was there firsthand. He was there at the press conference after at Churchill Downs, and I put that up on the American Doofus Facebook page so you could get an idea what we're talking about. Daren, thank you again for coming back on the show.
Heck yeah, thanks for bringing me. Heck yeah.
So what?
So, what's up?
I said, so tell us, what were your observations? You were there while the press conference was happening. What were you thinking? What was going through your head?
Honestly, their vibe was different than I thought it was gonna be. Like, okay, at first I was with I guess you could say the regular protest that met at the park, and we ended up running into NFAC. So everyone's taking pictures and videos, and then they walk and the NFAC walks one block up to another park, and basically they start getting in formation and lining up to get sworn in. And for them to say they want to protect their identity, I counted 5 people that didn't have no mask on, just straight up. So I'm not understanding that, especially the females that he's wanting to protect. Like that pretty light-skinned chick with the afro. That's how I know she's pretty. I can see her face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not understanding why everyone was on my shit on the comments, talking shit, saying, like, I snitched or something. First of all, I got a shirt that says stop snitching. So, I don't snitch. No. But everything I said was on the computer, phone, whichever one you want to look up, for everyone to see. Everything I said, I didn't give out no information.
No.
So as far as what I'm speaking on, when I say the NFAC, bitch, I am grown. I can speak on the NFAC if I want to. The shit that I spoke on. Now, I understand if it's confidential. That shit wasn't confidential. Don't tell me I can't speak on the NFAC or this show, because that's what I've seen a lot of people saying that Barry shouldn't speak on this. You got it fucked up. He's a grown-ass man, and he lives in a free country. We can speak whatever we want to talk about. I think last time I came on here, I gave a lot of people a different view of me, but y'all got me fucked up. I am a soldier. Y'all really got me fucked up. No, I've never been in the military, but I'm street. I'm from the street. I admit it. And y'all got me fucked up. No, I do not snitch.
No, there wasn't any snitching. Yeah.
As far as protecting identity, not everybody. Not everyone is protected. Because who is he trying to protect them against? The people like us, or the government, because the government got facial recognition and they probably already know. If it was that easy for me, a regular guy coming from Arkansas to Kentucky, to see that, I'm sure the feds can see that shit too. I'm sure they already know who y'all are. So who are you trying to hide from?
Okay. All right.
Man.
Now, something happened during the press conference that made you question as well, right? You sent me that video. Otherwise, I'd have
on
never
his
seen it.
shows, he said, on his shows, he always says, he talks about his black queens, black women, and how he respects them and loves them and everything like that. Well, honestly, where I was, I mean, on my camera, you can hear everything he says, but where I was, I couldn't hear shit he said. So I don't really understand how he could hear this woman laughing. But a few times, like when he's interviewing, he doesn't want a motherfucking person talking or nothing. You know what I'm saying? He wants everyone to shut up, everything to shut down, you know? And he kept telling people, hey, hey, hey. Well, then he got bucked with a woman, black woman, telling her, is there a problem? Oh, back up. Yeah, there's a problem. Y'all getting all up in her face, I'm looking at her. She looks scared as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The dudes around her look like, damn, you know, look like they felt some type of way of him talking to her like that, you know?
Okay.
He was like that with everyone. I mean, for him to say he wanted everyone to come out for this because he loves his black people. That man had a fucking problem with everyone that day. I don't know what it was. He didn't want no one around. So how the fuck, you know you got fans, so what do you mean? When people approach you, why you like back the fuck up talking to him like that? Like, he has to understand he's a person that now is, you know, somewhat of a celebrity. People are going to want autographs and shit. When people walk up, he want to talk to them crazy, especially black people. And also, I heard that I wasn't going to be able to be a member because I'm mixed. I'm white and I'm black.
Oh.
There was a mixed man in there, lighter than me. And they was talking cash shit about my mom. You know, she said something on your post. Thank you for letting me come on here. They were talking cash shit. All the followers of NFAC, I'm sure probably NFAC people, because there's a lot of people saying us, you can't do us like that, you know, as if they were them, you know, talking racist ass shit. Man, I thought this was for unity. If I'm out here, don't matter if I'm mixed or not, I'm considered black before you know me. Before you know me, a person thinks I'm black, especially the police. I get treated just like the black people because I am black. But he want to treat people like that. There's a lot of shit now that I'm questioning. I know his teachings is real. You know what I'm saying? But now that all this shit's going on, they want to disrespect my mom like that. Now I'm questioning shit. I'm looking at videos of him behind Trump, the little short video that he's like, oh yeah, I had to see it for myself. I had to see the bullshit for myself. And and the other day in Kentucky at the press conference, he said, I was trying to warn people in 2016 what race war was coming, the racist president that was coming. But he was security. I don't care what he says. There was something that was going on behind Trump.
Yeah, you're not the only.
He was there just to spectate, just to see what's going on. He should not be protecting Trump.
You're not the only one that.
Say that again?
Yeah, you're not the only one that feels that way, that he was there as security or he was there as an agent. Again, as far as me and the show, I don't tell anybody what to join, what not to join, who to follow, what not to follow. We just talk about things. We talk real, we talk truth, and we talk with real people. And Daren Harris is on with us now. Daren, I'm trying to figure out how to ask this. Do you think the NFAC, even though the NFAC is not for everybody, do you feel the organization is important and the empowerment that it's bringing is important to the community?
in a sense, for unity, for the view of unity. But this shit, like I said, like for him to lie and say that he did not have nothing to do with Trump, but he's doing this, saying, I got this, turn around, don't worry about it. Why is he protecting this dude? I don't know anybody, any minority in 2016 that fucked with Trump. I don't. I really don't.
Yeah.
So for him to do all of that and then try to bring everyone together, honestly, it seems like a fucking conspiracy of trying to start a race war. If he is that much into Trump back then, and then all of a sudden now he's trying to bring people together.
I've got Chris. Chris is going to come. Chris from the Department of Defense is going to come back on tomorrow, and one of the things he brought up was the idea of a racial holy war. Heaven forbid, God forbid. I don't want anything like that. But you're not the only one. My point is, you're not the only. This isn't outlandish thinking. There are others and a lot of other people that think the way you do, and that's why I have you on the show. You're obviously intelligent. You're obviously well spoken. You're obviously a person of love, and I believe you got a good heart, and I believe you're a warrior. I said all those things on the live that night. I still believe them. And so while you may not think that, while the NFAC is not for you, it doesn't mean that, let me just back up for a second. I watched the whole press conference a couple of times. There are some things in the press conference that bother me that I'm going to talk about in some other episodes. But there was one moment in the press conference that he said something. He said he and I are about the same age. I'm 61, and he said, I'm almost 60, and this has been coming for a long time. And the reporter asked something about young people, since he's 60, what about? And he said, young people, let me get this right. He said, young people, watch what we do and do the same thing. And as soon as he said that, I thought of you, I thought, man, this has all happened. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. And I respect other people's beliefs, and I respect the people who don't have any belief at all. I don't know how they get through life without it, but that's a totally different story. So whether it's Allah, whether it's the Most High, I believe in God, and I believe things happen. And this is going to sound nuts, and it probably is. Shit, I'm the American doofus. But maybe all this happened for a reason. Maybe you're supposed to start something on your own, something that's not, something that may not be black only, something that's not based on religion, something that's based on the fact that you love people, you want to protect people, you're a warrior, and if shit goes down, who else is going to protect your home area, your community, let alone your people? So maybe, Black Lives Matter 2 militia, something like that, because that was another thing you said. If they had just put TOO on the end of that, it had totally changed things. And man, that was so smart, and I had not thought of that. But maybe this is all happening for a reason. Can we approach that?
Yeah, I mean, really, right now, the time we're living in, we don't need to make it about. Really, we really don't need to make it about a race thing. We need to make a group, really, the good versus the bad. Really, I mean, not color versus color. Color versus color. It's just bringing the race shit right back out. That's what it all is. There is a lot of racist shit going on right now that we haven't seen or heard.
Yeah,
it's a fucking racial agenda. I feel like going on right now, a racial fucking agenda. And we all as a people need to come together, not split a fucking part and say, oh, let's do this, go here, and go out of the country to our own fucking part. No, We're American now. We're American. Let's stick together. Yes, we could fight the bad off, but together. But no, we don't need to fucking split up. Hell no.
Brother, I appreciate you
Man,
coming on the show.
I'm still pissed off right now.
Huh?
I'm sorry to switch the subject, but I'm still pissed off. Nothing was accomplished at the fucking Derby, or nothing. We don't got no answers for Brianna. You know, it was gated off days or a day or two before, but it was canceled because of coronavirus, not because of NFAC. I wish people would stop that. It was the coronavirus. NFAC did not make millions burn out of their pocket. Millions was still made. Y'all know that. Millions was still betted. People still won. I know of a guy that won $3 million. It was on local television in Louisville.
Yeah.
Money was still made. I don't give a fuck what people are saying. So
absolutely, because and people don't know this, but the online betting site is owned by Churchill Downs. The primary, it's called Twin Spires. It's where I play the horses if I do, and it's actually owned by Churchill Downs. So yeah, there was a bunch of money still made. I honestly thought they were going to stop the race from happening, and that didn't happen. As far as that didn't happen. Money was still made. As far as nothing was accomplished, I think it was probably a big recruiting tool for the NFAC. I think they get bigger from that. They're not for everybody, but I think, and I think Grandmaster Jay's got, he's got politician in him, he's got showman in him, he's got a little bit of everything, and I imagine Louisville for him ended as good as could be expected, but it didn't. As from the Breonna Taylor standpoint, which is what the focus is supposed to be, I don't know if anything was accomplished.
It was like, I'm telling you, when the big protest, when we met, as soon as we met, it was like him and the NFAC just started posing for the camera. You know what I'm saying? I got all that on video. They start posing, you know what I'm saying? Then they go to the park. Then it was like they go to the park to get information to swear his new members in. So is that what it really was, to continue getting more members, or was it about Breonna Taylor? Because I didn't see him before that at that time. So they did their own thing. I watched a couple of videos of him talking to the police and shit like that. But what was about Breonna Taylor and any of that, I really don't know. I mean, he said he ain't a singer and he don't want to chant Breonna Taylor. Why not? Say her name. Say her name like everyone else.
Breonna Taylor.
But he don't want to sing and chant.
Hey, I thank you so much for coming on the show. Will you come back on?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I love you, brother. Thank you so very much. I'm sorry for anything that this little internet show did. Peace, love, success. That's Daren Harris. That's Daren Harris. I'm Barry Walsh. I'm your host. It's the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. We're still in a dark world. Be a light. Love you all.